Hello everyone, once again I'm back with this other collection update. It's been a long time since I've given a collection update, 3 or 4 months, 6 maybe. My collection has changed a whole bunch, and I think you're going to like it. Yeah, I might even say it's doubled, but I'm having some great things coming in and some great things coming up, so I thought I'd make a video on it here. We're going to start off down here with my Halcrafter's SX28. This radio was used by the OPS during World War II. It's a ham receiving set, can also receive AM signals that are from other type of shortwave bands also. This set was used by the OPS. There's other sets used by the Navy and the Army, but this one on the top, I don't know if you can see it, OPS right there. It's got numbers on the back there. Anyway, and it's also stamped from 44, and apparently this was, OPS was in charge of receiving German signals. But that's what I got from Wikipedia. If it's right or not, let me know. I'd like to know. But next off here, we have this helmet here, signed by Mr. Gene Denton. And he gave me the pleasure of letting me get an interview of him. I'll have that video out later, but what I'm trying to do is gather more World War II veterans, take their interviews and their stories, and when I'm done taking the video, have them sign this helmet here. But he's my first one. Anyway, this is just set up as a display here on the radio. There's some tubes that are dated from the war time over there. We'll go down over here. It's a type of radio. I've got some information on it. I'm thinking on doing a video on it separately later, but we'll wait on that. Right here, it's Michael Bill. And there's another picture of Michael Bill, and they had a furlough in Scotland. He was with the Army Air Corps, and he got photos taken. Anyway, here is Michael Bill, right here. Put together this little box with his stuff in it. There's a name tag from a bomber jacket there. If you want to stop the video and read this, more than welcome to. This other day, I found out in the shed in our own grandpa's house. Our grandpa saw a lot of stuff from when him and his mom had died, and they had a lot of stuff left over in the shed, and we hadn't gone through all of it yet, and it's been since the 80s, but I found this hat in there and cleaned it up, and it does have his name on the inside, so I was extremely happy to find that. Speaking of his pictures, I'm going to go right back up to here, and there's him again. And I found these pictures here recently. There's him and his buddy. Buddy again. Sorry the glare on that. And we'll head over to here. There's him. There's their barracks. He was in the 9th Army Air Corps. They're stationed at. There's him and his buddy. There. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty. And I just thought these were neat also to come back over here. Move this picture over. These are leaflets that were dropped on his base, and picked them up, and I need to do a video on these separately. I hadn't really got to. I don't think I have, so I need to do that. They're a very interesting piece of history. Sorry, I'm going to go over some of the boring stuff here first, but let's get past if you don't want to see it. Russian helmet, some Russian ammo, they're dated 45, and yes, I shot them. Probably shouldn't have shot them, but I did. There's a Japanese helmet on the other side. And below, I've got some ration stuff to do with 2 people, a husband and wife, and I'll go over those in a separate video later. There's a World War I medical lantern there, and then there's a child's gas mask. And then here we go, we have sun glare there. This is my Battle of the Bulge display here. I have at the bottom double buckle boots. I decided to put gaiters on them. I know that's not the way it's supposed to be, but I like the look of the gaiters, so and they still have the look. there. It's got a World War I vintage ammo belt, which they were used in World War II surplus. And here's his first aid pouch with container here. And I'll show an open one here in a minute that I ordered a few of these and I opened them. Excuse me, here's taking a little bit one-handed. These are dated from 43, I believe, on the package when I bought them from the guy. I sadly didn't get the package with them, so. But they're from around. They are definitely from World War II. I have filled all these with M1 Garand M-block clips with ammo, just to add a little extra touch to it. This great coat's got the plastic type buttons. Then I've noticed some of my guys are wearing ties. That one's not in great shape, so it's hard to tie there. But it's almost, it's like they're in General Patton's army or something. All neckties must be worn at all times. And we've got a World War II vintage helmet up there with stainless steel rim. I'll take it around here. We've got our canteen. I picked that up in Colorado. It's dated from 42 or 44, one of those two dates. Then I've got a Mazette bag, if I'm saying that right. And I've got it filled with some, I've got it with the mess kit and all the little stuff supposed to go in there. I'm going to do a video on this guy here later. On the other side, we've got a shovel back there. And we see that's my first Ike jacket right there in front of us there. I picked that up in Colorado. Here when I went to Dragon Man's, I would recommend going to that museum. I'll say I think that's the best museum in the United States for war. I mean, you get to get up close to everything and look at it. He explains it. He's a great guy. I would definitely go check out his channel and go see his museum. Here's some Yank magazines. Down here, I have them just displayed on this cot down here. Stars and Stripes magazine there. We have all the way up there, we have another great coat. And the guy who had this was a local man, and he fought in the Aleutian Islands up there. And there's my Bloody Bucket Division World War I helmet right there. I'm going down here, Japanese air socket, sporterized by the veteran. And here, I did a video on it a couple times, my M1 Garand, 1939 manufacturer. I believe it is Springfield Armory. Let's see here. Yeah, Springfield Armory. Then this blanket below all this stuff, this was my great-grandfather's. And he was in the Navy, but when they were in a warehouse, they were waiting for their number calls so they go home. And he traded one of his Navy blankets for one of the Army guys' blankets because he liked them better. And below these books here, we have a sweater. And that also belonged to the local man who had the great coat. Notice another M1 helmet there with your stainless steel rim there. And then compass, that was Michael Tommy's. Those are interesting. I always thought they're U.S. Marine Corps hoof nippers. We've got our shaving kit here. This is the shaving part right there. The actual shaving kit is down here. There's a little mirror. Auto Shops safety razor, property of the U.S. Army. And here, a little sewing machine here. I was told Michael Tommy made that. There's another pair of gaiters. And those are my local Army surplus store. There's another Mazette bag with strap. And they had these gas individuals that I'm going to do a video on those later also. And they're inside there currently. I bought a few of them, then I opened a couple of them so we could see what they look like. There's a couple of pistol belts in the back, M1 carbine bayonet, and canteen from World War I, but they also used surplus from World War I and World War II. And here we have my M1 carbine. The only reproduction thing I have on it is a little ammo pouch down there on it, and I'm going to get that replaced here soon because that bothers the crap out of me for it not to be original. Now we have our GP bag, I believe it's called. Held ammo and other certain items. And then we have the bandolier on top of it. There's an M-block clip with some spent rounds, shell casings. There's our ammo belt half there. Our grenade. And here is one of those little for first aid kits open. It's got a little packet there, your little white sprinkly stuff, and I don't want to attempt to say that word on there because I know I'm going to get it wrong, so white sprinkly stuff. And then there's your bandage. Down here we got a helmet. It's pretty beat up. It's got some stress cracks. So we've got our water bucket and ammo can and another musette bag. It's neat. Also got those. I got all my sandbags set up, and some is filled with foam, some is filled with Legos. So there you go. That's neat. And I've got a layer of sandbags going all the way around my bed. There. Yeah. Let's go on the next thing here. And here it goes all the way up here, and I got a couple new mannequins here. Here's my, I'd say it's an early war impression. Or it's not really an impression, that's what the reenactors say. Because this is, well, I guess it could be, but this is all original. Everything on here is original. I do not like to get anything that is not original. It just bothers me. And then there's our shovel in the back there, and our M1928 field pack there, or with the meat can pouch in the back there, and mess kit in the back. There's our early war helmet. It is early war. It's a different type of bale on it. I will say I got these mannequins, except for the one I showed you before this with my battle to bow display. I got these from Yanks Mannequins, and they specialize in making mannequins for military collectors and museums. I would also recommend them. The mannequins are a little bit expensive, but it's well worth it. Here is something I've been waiting for a long time. This is my German uniform. It's just about complete. I've got all the way down the boots. They're the marching boots. Pants are riding pants. Now this was kind of put together as a late war. Got the M42 helmet. This is just, you know, and then the pants, you know, they're a little bit, you know, different. They wouldn't have normally, they wouldn't have had those on, but it's kind of mismatched because it's, you know, whatever they had left over at the end of the war. This tunic is also a very interesting one. It has got early shoulder boards on it. We see here, and their infantry unit, or regiment, 115. And I'd seen a lot of pictures with the Y straps on top of that board, but I did not want to wear that away more than it already is. But here we go. This tunic is actually, it's a summer weight tunic, but it is a M33 tunic, and those are actually fairly rare. That you know, a lot of people say stuff's rare all the time, but this is actually something deemed worthy of calling rare. They originally would have had a white breast eagle. Originally, this was a vet cap. This was a vet bring back. It would have, but this was placed near the end of the war to be, you know, it conceals soldier better. It's not as noticeable. Also, the collar tabs, and it does have 35 depot stamps, which I should put a picture here on the screen here in a minute of that. We have his K98 ammo pouches, belt buckle, an assault badge over at the side. this tunic's also neat because it's combat worn. It's got wear and tear. That's what I like. It's not mint looking. It's got little stitching places in it all over it, and it's got some more in the arm. Now the tunic itself is also stamped on the inside with the regiment stampings of 115. This also came with this hat down here, which I will also put a picture of the inside of it up here in a minute. It also has the 115 stamp in it. So this was all went together. And but yeah, this is I'm fairly proud of myself for putting this together, because this took a lot of saving money and a lot of effort to put this together. I need to go over all these guys separately, just go over their stuff. I want to try to complete this one, put all his gear on. Right now he's kind of in a combat stage here. He's only got his bread bag, gas mask, and he's got his canteen in the back there. But they're hard to see. Let's see here. I don't know if I can get around there. You can kind of see his canteen back there, canteen and cup back there. Just going over in further detail here. Just want to show y'all some of the details. Got our belt buckle. Ammo pouches here. Divider still in there. Gotta be careful with this because it's got a little, it's like a rot mark right there, so it wants to, I guess, break, so I gotta be careful with that. And there's our NCO truss there. I just really like these early shoulder boards. They're really neat. And there's our M42. It's got on the other side here some of the scratched off decal. It's got nice, I just always thought there were neat little pebble buttons on it. This is worn, like I said. You can tell these buttons, they have more wear on them. The ones that down here where the belt was at are hanging around or moving around. But yeah, it's neat. And the eagle has a lot of wear on it. It's just got a lot of combat use. Then over here we have our Oberlieutenant's uniform here. It was in the cavalry. We have our artillery officer's greatcoat here. Coming down here, the Kriegsmarine flag here. Then down here we got our M42 Luftwaffe helmet. In our canteen, there's police helmet. We got our Kriegsmarine or Kriegsmarine hat here, side cap. Sports shirt, t-shirt, or shirt badges there, or patches. That one's for the Kriegsmarine. This one is for the Wehrmacht. Then we have right here. This is a Hitler Youth knife. It's missing the little diamond-shaped Hitler Youth symbol there. You can kind of still see what it says on there. There's our K98 bayonet. There's a Hitler Youth belt buckle. There's a Wehrmacht belt buckle, and there's a Luftwaffe belt buckle. And I ended up learning that out after a lot of research. It's actually an SS cap. Would have had an eagle right here on the side here. And it would have had your skull right in here. Here's my German Luger. Right there. Did a video on it also. There's my sold book. Or sold book. Probably said that wrong, but there you are. There's a relic helmet behind that. Bought that from a Russian guy on eBay. Then we got our P38 over here. It was re-chromed. Well, just not re-chromed, it was chromed by the veteran. We have our pilot's badge right here. This was brought back by my great uncle from World War II. This is a, oh, I'm trying to remember. It's a service medal with swords. There was also one without swords. The Rice Finnings, our Kriegsmarine Breast Eagle. There's Frankentag Tennies there, and there's our Cyclone B gas label. It's our Iron Cross from World War I. And under there is a wound badge. It's hard to see, but that was also a relic. Then we'll go up here. Here's a Navy uniform from World War II. Everything I have from World War II. Over here is our World War I uniform with helmet, another Yank magazine, and there's our campaign hat. This is one of our World War II veterans at church died, and his dad was in World War I. I got some of his stuff. There's a picture of his dad. His pistol belt. It's dated from 1918. And over here, I meant to mention, we have our Japanese flag. It's captured, and if we come up here, you should be able to stop and read it. That was a story that came with it. If it's true or not, we'll never know. But there it is. It's our service star, and with a little ad up there, it talks about an AC employee up there. There's a service star right there in a letter. I thought making a video on it, but I feel like it'd be too short. Then here is my great-grandfather's Navy, and sorry for the light there, it's got that glare, the fan on it, but right here, he's right here. Right, well, it's blurry, sorry guys. So I can get my finger up there without making y'all sick, just shaking this camera. Right there, he's right above my finger. Here's 3rd Army Air Corps dress jacket. And there's our Mosin Nagant. Excuse my wallpaper too. I've had this room since I was a small child, so I hadn't changed it since. My great uncle Gene. There's my, and to the left of that is my great grandma, my great grandpa. He's a medic in the Pacific. And there's my Uncle Tommy, right there saluting. And that's my that's one of my great grandpas there. There's another one of my great grandpas. That's my great grandpa England. That was a picture I showed you up there, in the Navy there. Then down here there's my great uncle Bill again. Up there is a hat that would have, as I'm using it as representation, that would have been just like his hat, but we bought it from a World War II veteran. So, and here's just a poster. This is just an Inglourious Basterds poster here. I was given. It's very interesting. Up here is it's an anti-aircraftman's dress jacket here. You can see from the other side there, patch with AA on it. And here's our Navy uniform here. He's got the air medal, so he's a flyer. And he's got the Chinese service ribbon there, so I'm thinking he may have been a flying tiger, possibly. And with his other medals here. I'm fairly certain this one right here also is on the very left, on top there is a Navy cross. I'm fairly certain. If we go across here, 9th Army Air Corps jacket there. It's neat up here is our Model B-17s. We've got our Dauntless and Warthog there. Here on my bed here, I've got these 2 blankets from World War II. These things are really warm. I sleep with one of them on at night, and one I have folded up that it's got a tag on it that wants to fall off, so I keep one of them folded up, so tag didn't fall off of it. I've got tagged one here. It is from 1943, 4/28/43. This other one up here. Its tag was falling off, so I stapled it. And there's some not like that I did that, but I just didn't want it to fall off, so I stapled it. to make sure. This one's dated from 8/30/40, so 1940. This is during World War II. This was a movie poster from Fort Smith, Arkansas. And this movie's Hitler, Dead or Alive. It's very interesting. It's neat to have that. Wednesday, Thursday, April 4th through 5th. Down here, we have our, let's see here, down here we have our, this was a, I believe it's a grenade you put on the end of the K98, German, of course. Here's munition. It's a really neat box. I use it, I keep all my socks and stuff in it. Then up here just have a few cots and flying pants there and drawing and another cot. But anyways, guys, that's my video here. And I just want to say thank you all for watching, and I'm really thankful for all the subscribers I get. I'm pretty sure right now I have 188, so I'm very happy. And well, y'all have a good day or night wherever you're at. Thanks, guys. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Thanks.